Yes, friends, good morning to all. So, today I felt very happy by seeing you, all the people, Sunday morning in this session. Okay. So, just almost we are ready to complete second module. In the module one, we discussed about fundamental facts about worry. Okay. In the module one, fundamental facts about worry. There are three topics we discussed, right? Okay. Live in day tight compartments. Live in day tight compartments. What is the meaning of that? You already applied. Okay. So forget about yesterday or past mistakes. So forget about future fears. Okay. Live in only today. Okay. That's what. Close the very strong, close the doors, very strong iron doors about past mistakes. If you are keep on thinking about those mistakes, if you are keep on thinking about those mistakes, okay, and you are what you are doing, you are wasting your present. That is history. That was the history. Khatam ho gaya. Okay, you are not in a position to correct anything. Then what is the need of thinking and what is the need of worrying? Forget about that. Next up. So future not yet born. Whether it is there or not, we don't know. Then automatically, what is the need of thinking about the future fears? Okay, you can plan future, no problem. I want to do that in future. I want to do this, acceptable. But if that thing is going to be happening in future, how I can handle? How I can handle? Then my life will be khatam ho gaya. Then my life will be gone. So my everything got finished. Don't bring such type of thing. Anything can happen in future. So that whatever you are expected thing compulsory is going to be happen. There is no guarantee. But worrying is the guarantee. You are worrying about that is the guarantee. That's why don't worry much about future. Okay, close the doors for the future fears, past mistakes. Live in daytime compartments every day. Okay, is your day. Enjoy your day. Show your full caliber. Utilize fully the present day. That thing must be required. That is the first topic. What a wonderful topic. What a wonderful message. Day tight compartments. Okay, like live in day tight compartments. Next, so that's what ఏ రోజు కా రోజు జీవించండి. In Telugu, ఏ రోజు కా రోజు జీవించండి. What a wonderful topic. What a wonderful name. Okay. Next, the second topic I covered. Yes, the magic formula. A magic formula for solving worry situations. A magic formula for solving worry situations. Sir, what is the what is the meaning? Suppose here a big problem is dancing on your head. Your mind is completely fog. What you have to do, you don't know. You don't know. So you are keep on worrying. Your body is getting negative energy. You are not in a position. Okay, you are keep on worrying like. Then if any such type of problem is there, if any such type of worriness is there, a magic formula is there. What is that magic formula? Yes, it's very simple, sir. Very simple. Three-step formula. Three-step formula. Think about the worst case scenario. Worst case, what will happen? Array, by worst case, if I'm not solving this problem, what will happen in the worst case? So on so. My job will be gone. Or some 20 lakhs or some 2 crores loss to the business, or otherwise I may require to close the business. Okay, like, yeah. If you are not solving this problem, this one is going to be happen. Worst case. Okay. Really, if it is the thing which is going to be happen, how I can handle the situation? So accept it if it happens. Okay. How I can handle? Yes, this business got closed. Okay, not in a position. But I have MTech degree, I have experience. Then I can get up anywhere by doing some other job. Then why I have to much worry? Because there is alternative there for me. Then automatically, okay. If you think, if you're ready for worst case scenario, if you're ready for worst case scenario, then automatically, what will happen is okay. So now your mind will become calm. Your mind will become clear. Remember this one. Okay. Your mind will become calm. Your mind will become clear. Then, so improve the situation to solve the problem, or otherwise to reduce the damage. This thing must be
Yes,
required.
sir.
This is the
Like
magic formula.
book,
Yes, friend.
book to book, there are some differences, right?
Yeah,
According
small,
to
because their
yeah,
perspective is the different. That's why what I'm telling
yeah,
from any series, what you require to do, what things we can grasp. Okay, what things can be convinced, those are things you require to take.
yeah.
Getting the
Regarding to
point?
secret, yeah, we should not talk about or think about.
Negativity.
Don't talk about any single negative word
Correct.
or anything. So
Correct. But here I'm talking about already the problem started. It is dancing on our head. I already started worrying about that. Getting Durga.
okay,
Already started.
we
The problem already dancing on my head. How I can remove that worriness is my main target. Then automatically be ready for a worst case scenario. Be ready for worst case scenario. Okay. If it is the worst case scenario, yes, this is the way I can handle. Then already solution is there. Then you are not required to worry much about that. Your mind will become calm and clear. Then what you can think about that is improve the situation, try to solve the problem with a clear mind, calm mind. Getting the point, Durga?
yes, sir.
Yeah. Next, the third topic. What a wonderful topic we covered. What a wonderful topic we covered. Do to you. Do to you. Very simple, sir. Worry is going to do everything. Everything. It will create a number of diseases. It will create a number of diseases. So it is acts as a slow poison. It acts as a silent killer. Remember this one. If you worry for one day, believe me, minimum 2 days or 3 days, your lifespan by default got reduced, friends. Got reduced. By default, 2 days or 3 days by default got reduced. Your lifetime is going to be down because of your worriness. Because of your worriness, by default, your lifetime will be gone. Remember that. Okay. So if you don't know how to handle worriness, how to fight with worriness, you are going to die early. You are going to die young. Young. That what is the most important. There are multiple people we are saying at the age of 26 years only getting heart attack, 30 years only getting heart attack, 30 years only getting brain stroke. Next at 30 years only getting nerves issues, all these things. Why? That person not in a position to handle pressure, to handle, okay, pressure, to handle worriness, like the problems are going to come. Very simple, sir. If you are not in a position to handle your worriness, you will get, so do you know, you're always in dull mode. Obviously, BP is going to start, sugar is going to start. If these two things are going to be started, almost half of your life by default khatam ho gaya. Remember carefully about this terminology. So, what worry is going to do you? The worry is going to kill you. Beyond that, inka kill you. Beyond that, I can't give the bigger word, right? Okay. Yesterday I told, right? How many people remember? Day before yesterday evening I told, or in the morning also I told. Yesterday session also I told. There are some three problems are dancing on my head. Three major problems are dancing on my head. I scheduled night after the session 10 o'clock. One issue I require to talk about that. Next morning after our session, I have to talk about another like. Next, after morning, after completing our session, yes, I entered into that problem. Worst case scenario happened. I mean, that's what very serious damage happened to regarding my deal. Very serious damage. Then automatically just a bit negative energy. Okay, because it's a very, it's a big loss for us. Okay, related to that deal. Then obviously just my admin is there with me, just beside me. So, Baji, worst case, this is the thing, believe me. Then I thought, worst case scenario, what we require to do about this one. Okay, already loss is happened. What is the solution? What is the solution? So something like directly I'm telling, we kept our document somewhere, property document. That property document missing. Observe that. It's a next one check also. The more huge amount check also missing. Check missing, property document missing, both the things missed. We kept somewhere else. That person didn't take that much responsibility properly. Okay, actually on some business deal we kept, but that thing gone, missed, misplaced. Then what we require to take? Okay, what is the solution for that? There are some okay, there are is not that much easy, because the problem is there some issue is also there, other issue. Then it's a bigger problem for me. Then automatically, so Baji, what we require to do in this scenario? Damage already happened, very serious. If we are not going to found, then in what way we can handle? Okay, simple sir. First, as of now, we require to take Mr. from our side. So tomorrow there is no problem at all from their side. Next, we require to contact lawyer. Lawyer is going to start the initiation process to get a duplicate property document. Next, we don't know which check we gave there. We are not having even Xerox. Then automatically, okay, just we will ask them related to this check. We paid everything. There is nothing will be the pending, like we require to take the sign from official document on the official document. Like we had a discussion about these are the things, action items we require to take. Then, okay, perfect. Then unknowingly or otherwise, it's still there is small worriness is coming in my mind, in my body. Then automatically, simple, I thought, because of this worriness, my life is going to be down. My lifetime is going to be down. Already solution is there. Already there is a way to handle that. Then what is the need of worrying? This is the question I asked myself. This was happened yesterday at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock around, afternoon time, 1 o'clock around. What is the need of worriness? Remove that worriness, because your lifetime is going to be reduced. Find out the solution, act on the solution immediately. That is the thing what we did. But very fortunate, after 1 hour, those people made a call, sir, we found the document and check. Remember that. So just if any serious problem is coming, keep on worrying. Your lifetime is going to be reduced. Remember that it's going to kill you. It's going to kill you. Then simple, forget about that. Forget. So already solution should be there. Why we have to worry about that? Remove that worriness. Keep aside. Okay. Enjoy your life. Because unnecessary, because of this small problem, why I have to reduce my lifetime? Simple logic, right? Small problem, solution will be there. Even if it is unsolvable, why I have to reduce my lifetime because of that issue? Everyone in the position to understand my point. Clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. These are the 3 fundamental things you people should be aware about the problem. Okay. Fundamental things about worrying, friends. Live in daytight compartments. Next, magic formula. So identify worst case scenario, accept it if it is required, and with calm mind, clear mind, solve that. With calm mind, clear mind, solve that problem, right? This is the second. Next, third one, how worriness is going to kill you, how worriness is going to harm to you. It is going to kill you. Beyond that, there is no bigger word. Okay, that's why worriness should not be there. Okay, in any kind of problem, in any type of situation, because there is no use of worrying. There is no use of worrying. Remember this one. Okay. Yeah. Next scenario. Some people are going to tell, sir, if I cry automatically, I feel like a pleasant. I feel like a pleasant. Okay, like if you are going to cry, how effect on the organs. If you are going to very happy, how your organs are going to behave. Can you please imagine if you are going to cry, your mind is the calm and clear. One lady she used this word in AI session. Sir, if I cry, then automatically my emotions by default will be gone and so on. What is the need of bringing such type of situation? What is the use of that crying? If the crying is going to solve your problem, if worriness is going to solve your problem, I will arrange 10 members with you parallelly. They are also going to worry, okay, to solve your problem. Okay, remember carefully. That is the most important point for you people. You should aware. Okay, next. And after that, we covered one wonderful basic techniques in analyzing worry. Basic techniques in analyzing worry. Yes, in that, the first topic we covered, how to analyze and solve worry problems. How to analyze. Most of the times, lack of information only. Okay, we are starts worrying. We are feeling the problem is the bigger like. So, whenever there is a problem, whenever there is a worry problem, what you require to do is analyze. Okay, get the facts first. Array, get information first. For that, 6 assistants I defined. Have you remembered, right? 6 assistants are always there for us. Okay, to get the information about the problem. Which is 6 assistants? Can you please confirm?
What? Why?
Wonderful.
What? Who?
When?
Why?
Who? Why?
How?
Where?
How?
How? All the 5 starts with W, but one is starts with H. Like that I remember. Okay.
Yes.
So why, what, when, where, who? Next, how. That's all. These 6 assistants you can use to get the facts. And then analyze. And then analyze. Okay. Once you analyze it, you will get clarity. Okay. Then define possible solutions. Okay. Identify best solution. Okay. And then start acting immediately. That's all. Worriness won't solve the problem. Worriness won't solve any problem. Action solves the problem. Remember this one. Action solves the problem. Action is the most important. Okay, that's why. So worriness, there is no use at all. Next, most of the times, do you know how many times you heard about this? అరే ఈ చిన్న విషయం తెలియక నేను చాలా వరి అయిపోయాను. Have you ever faced this type of statement in your mind? అరే just without knowing this small thing, I worried like anything.
Many times after interview, after maybe we made many mistakes in projects.
Multiple times, right?
That you will realize.
Yes, multiple times, right?
Yes.
Everyone. So means lack of information.
Yeah.
You are making the problem as bigger. Get the facts. Analyze the facts. అరే చిన్న ట్రిక్ నా తెలియలేదురా. అన్నెసెసరీ ఐ వేస్టెడ్ మై 1 year time వితౌట్ నోయింగ్ దిస్ స్మాల్ ట్రిక్. ఓకే, అరే ఏదో బుక్స్ చదివితే ఎంత ఉపయోగం ఉండిద్దని ఐ డోంట్ నో. ఇదే కన్నా నాకు తెలిసి ఉన్నట్టు ఎప్పుడో నేను బుక్స్ చదవడం స్టార్ట్ చేసేవాడిని. In reading books, these many benefits are there. I don't know. Really, these many things the books are going to talk. I don't know. Otherwise, I may start at my childhood onwards only. Then my position may be different. If I know AI just a few years before, then my life may be changed. Are you? How many times you are getting such type of feeling?
Many times, sir.
After this session, sir.
Yeah, multiple times. Just one example related to this session I used. Like that, in your life, multiple times you use this point. So, where the problem is not knowing the facts. Get the facts. Analyze, get the facts. Analyze. And then, so what are various possible solutions are there? Identify best solution, start action. That's it. Simple formula to solve any type of worry problem, right? Next, there is one more. How to eliminate minimum 50% of your business problems. Need not be business, even personal problems also. How to eliminate 50% of your business problems. I told, of course, more or less the same concept only. Okay? Identify. Write clearly your problem on the paper. Write clearly your problem on the paper. Okay? So, paper, pen, and the tree are my weapons. I told multiple times. So, write clearly about your problem. Okay, sir, my problem is one book is required. Yeah, no problem. Write one complete book. Write one complete book. So, because if you are writing on the paper, you will get much clarity, friends. Okay, this is the first part, this is the second part, this is the third part, like 100 parts you can define. Is it possible to define in your brain? You can't organize. You can't organize in the brain, but you can organize on the paper. Remember, all the things we are seeing at a time. Okay, like at a time, if you are going to see all the things at a time, then you will get much clarity. In the cinemas, like there is some police investigation or otherwise thriller movies, like you saw multiple movies. Okay, the policeman trying to identify, the policeman is trying to identify, okay, who is the serial killer? How I can identify this person? First, this person died, he killed this person, and then he killed this person, like, have you remembered? On the wall or on the board, he is going to keep the photos and the locations, all these things is going to connect with each other. Have you ever saw such a type of thing in the movies? Ayyo.
Yes.
సినిమాలు చూడటం అలవాట్లేదా? You are not having habit of seeing movies. Have you saw such a type of scenario scenes in the movies, right? Thriller movies, police detection movies, like why they are keeping on the boards? Why they are connecting with the threads? Like simple reason, they can do on in their mind, right? If they think in their mind, they won't get clarity. Remember that. Compulsory. Put on the paper, put on the board, put on the paper. Then the things are going to be very clear. So write your complete problem on the paper. And then, okay, what causes the problem? What is the reason? Which thing causes this problem? What causes the problem? Next, what solutions are there? How many solutions are there? Okay, what are various possible solutions? Whether it's the simple solution or difficult solution, first list out all the solutions first. Even there is no guarantee this one is going to solve the problem. No problem. You have idea, okay, this problem, this solution may solve the problem, may. Write that. Spend some 2 to 3 hours just on writing, analyzing, and then identify best solution. Identify best solution. And then start immediately action. Without that, all these things will become waste. At least 1 minute action, at least 2 minutes action. First, start the action first. It may be 1 minute, no problem at all. So, this is a wonderful technique. If you can follow, 50% of business problems can be eliminated. How beautiful. So that's why if any person is going to ask me, Durga sir, how you can handle pressure, how you can handle worries, how you can overcome problems, like my simple question, my simple answer for them is, my weapons are paper, pen, and a tree. ఓ చెట్టు పేపర్ పెన్ను చూపించారంటే ఏ ప్రాబ్లం అయినా ఐ విల్ సార్ట్ అవుట్. ఎనీ ప్రాబ్లం ఐ విల్ సార్ట్ అవుట్. రిమెంబర్ దిస్. That guarantee, that assurance is there for me. That's why whenever I felt very serious problems are dancing on my head, then I will go alone, then start writing. What is the problem? The same thing only, but unknowingly, I don't know about in this book, all these things are there, but I use it, I practice multiple times to sort out my problems. I hope it's clear for you people. Okay. These are the things what we discussed in the last few classes right now. So the second half, okay, how to eliminate business problems. Minimum 50% of the business problems. I told 4-step formula. What is that 4-step formula? Is very, very simple, sir. Very, very simple. Write the problem. Write the problem clearly. Write the cause of this problem. Write the cause of this problem. And then the third, define multiple solutions. Define multiple solutions. Find the best solution and start acting on that. That's it. Your problem by default will be solved. So from this discussion, anything got connected, any transformations are happened, or any changes in your way of thinking in the last few days?
It's happening, sir. Already started transformation.
Yes, Manjunath?
Earlier taking worries, small problems also we are thinking very less. Now, last 7 days or maybe last 1 week, daily it's changing the way of thinking, the way of analyzing with other people. If anyone says something, instead of immediately reaction, we need to think and give answer. That way, it's already started. Maybe next, by completion of this lesson, I think it will come. But listening is one thing, but we need to practice in our life.
Yes, that thing, action must be
All
required.
things we need to take in action.
Yes.
Then only it can be realized.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes. What about remaining people? Anything got connected? Yesterday I told my experience, right? Ray, because this problem is bigger problem only or serious problem only. But by worrying, why I have to reduce my lifetime? When compared with my life, this problem is nothing. Even complete loss also. 0% gain from that. 100% loss also. But which is not equal to my life, right?
We can earn. We can start from zero again.
Which is not equal to my life, right? Then simple. Then why I have to worry? Simple logic. Why I have to worry? I don't want to worry. Is there any way to find the sort out this problem or find the solution for that? Automatically, my mind starts thinking in this style. Wonderful. Earlier, I didn't think. Of course, I'm a bit strong, but now logically, I'm thinking practically. So, what about remaining people? Anywhere, any such type of experiences in your life? Any transformations are happened? Yes, friends?
The things I learned from these lessons, like stop worrying and also writing on the paper. This thing I learned, writing on the paper and what causes the problem and what are the solutions we need to analyze and start working on it. So
Yes.
if we write, we get more solutions and find the best solutions.
Yes.
So this thing I learned.
Have you applied anywhere in these few days? Any chance you got so to apply these things anywhere?
Not apply.
Okay, perfect. No issue. Maybe soon, definitely, but remember these points. Okay. Yeah, Durga. What about remaining people? Remember that. Remember, simple. Any problem. Array, I will solve this problem. Can you please give 5 days of your life? How many people want to give that? I will solve this problem. Can you please give 5 days of your life? No one, right? No one, right? If I ask directly, Arey, can you please give 6 months of your life? I will solve this problem. Are you going to give?
Sometimes we need to think also, sir. For
No
any,
way. No way.
that's what, sir. Thinking mindset need to change.
What will happen is if you are keep on giving your life like that for every problem, then automatically what is the issue is going to come? Then
Young,
you may not have the days, okay, to solve the remaining problems.
young,
That's what. Straight in other, the same statement in other way means there is a problem, I will solve your problem. Can you please give 1 year of your life, 6 months of your life, 3 months of your life? Then you are going to see from top to bottom. Array problem sort out avvakapoyina parledu gan I don't want to give my life. Even that problem is not sorted also. Even at the loss I can bear, but I won't give my life. The same thing only, right? But indirectly the same thing is only happening. If you are worrying about that, okay, you are not required to give. It is going to pull, it is going to take automatically. That's why worriness should not be there in your mind, in your body, any situation. Remember that, because it is going to cause your life will become shorter. You are going to die early if worriness is there in your body, in your brain. Remove that bloody worriness. Okay, with the roots also. Okay, you have to pick completely and then throw away. That thing must be required. Okay, now just one. So this is the revision what we covered in the last some 4, almost how many days? 7 days or 6 days. Okay, now let me continue further, right? Okay, sir, here related to how to sort minimum 50% of business problems, how to eliminate. What is the way is, I told, take the paper, pen, and ask 4 questions. Okay, what is the problem? Write clearly. What is the cause of this problem? Identify multiple solutions. Next, find the best solution and start acting on that. That's all. This is about what you people should aware. Suppose here, just let me cover multiple stories, real life stories. Okay, and then we will go for next level. The first one, natural story. One day, a carpenter asked to repair a wooden table. Remember that a wooden table is there. Can you please repair this table? Like, because it's shaking. It's shaking. It's not standing clearly. Okay, like we approached a carpenter. When he looked at the table, he saw that it was shaking. If he had simply kept thinking about the problem, okay, if he keep on thinking about the problem, is there any change? You respond. Is there any change?
No.
No, it won't be changed.
He's keep on thinking about problem only. Okay, the table is shaking, the table is shaking, the table is shaking. Like if he's always thinking, he's always keep on thinking about talking about the table is shaping, the table is shaking. Like is the problem is going to be solved? Yes or no?
No.
No, right? So some action we require to take. We have to identify what is the cause of this problem. Immediately, what the carpenter is going to do? Why this table is shaking? What about the legs? Why is any issue with any leg? Like first leg is that leg is strong. Second leg is that is also strong. But the third leg, okay, a screw is the loose. Because of that, this table is shaking. Fourth leg is the strong again. Only third. The problem is with the third leg. What is the cause of the problem? A screw loose happened for one particular leg. He identified, okay, cause also. Next, immediately, he is going to tighten that screw. Tighten that screw. He's going to fix the problem. Then the problem got solved. Remember this. He fixed the solution. He tightened the screw and strengthened that leg. So in few minutes, the table became strong again. Now the point here is, If he is stopped at problem only, array this table is shaking, this table is shaking, this table is shaking. 100 years also, the table is always shaking only. That is the problem with the people. People always thinking about, I'm facing that problem, I'm facing that problem, I'm facing that problem. 100 times if you are going to meet that person, 100 times he's going to tell, I'm facing that problem, I'm facing that problem, I'm facing that problem. Anything connecting?
Yes, sir.
Remember that. I'm facing that problem, I'm facing that problem, facing that problem. Array, move to the next step. What causes this problem? What are various solutions? Best solution. And then act. So whenever I meet next, array, last time I told, I'm facing so and so problem, right? I identified the cause. Then okay, you are in progress. Next time, whenever I'm going to meet, yes, I told right. I identified the cause. Now I'm working on solutions. Wow, wonderful. You are in the correct track. Array, almost 5 members I made, 5 solutions I got, but I identified best solution. I'm currently solving that problem. Like that is the way, that is the thing must be required. Instead of that, keep on talking about 100 times I'm going to meet, 100 times you are going to tell the same problem. Not 100 years, 1,000 years also. Problem is there only. Action solve the problem. Not worriness or not just talking about the problem. In the office meetings also, this is the issue, this is the issue, this is the issue. Array, issue okay. How many times you are going to talk about that issue? Mistake happened. How many times you are going to talk about issue happened, issue happened, issue happened? Move to the next step. What is the cause of this issue? What is the solution to fix? That is the bigger problem for us. We are always going to stop at problem level only. We are not moving to the next level. Wow, what a beautiful story. Carpenter wooden table. Okay, remember, problems will become simple when we identify real cause. Okay, worry keeps in the mind confused. Clear thinking and action. Clear thinking and action repair problems quickly. Clear thinking and action repair problems quickly. Remember that. Okay, next up, there is another story. Everyone in a position to understand this? You respond, friends. Sunday morning,
Yes,
a bit
sir.
active.
Yes.
Today, you are not
Yes.
required to go to the office also. Non-veg day. Biryani day.
No, non-veg, sir. Vegetarian only.
Yeah, no. Veg also, there is veg biryani.
Yes.
Okay. So, a bit active. Next, can I move to the next level, next example?
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful example. This example is directly from the book only, but wooden table is my added story. Okay, now observe this. Leon Shimkin was a manager in the famous publishing company. Oh, just let me use these words. But anyway, these words are not much important, but let me use this. Yeah. Here, just observe that there is a person in there. The person name is Leon Shimkin. Leon Shimkin. He was a manager in the famous publishing company. Okay, Simon and Skastar. Simon and Skastar. Okay, Skastar. You may not heard about these names these days. What may be the reason? Okay, in the book, whatever names, whatever company names, whatever person names, you may not aware about these. What is the reason? Because this book was written almost 1920s, 1930s, 1940s. Okay, that's why that is the reason. That is the reason we didn't aware what is the first published date. Is it there in this book? Published in 2025, just this book, but first published date, it is not there, it seems. If it is there, okay, then almost a huge number of years before only. Okay, that's why we may not see this company. See the manager in the publishing company, man. Earlier, he spent many hours in worried meetings. He spent many hours in worried meetings, worried meetings, discussing business problems, discussing business problems, discussing business problems. People would talk about problems again and again, in the meetings. People talks about problems again and again, but no clear solution came. Remember this one, no clear solution. Every employee, Are, can you please talk what problem you are facing? Every employee is ready with 100 problems. So this is the problem I'm facing. This is the thing I'm facing. This is the thing I'm facing. Wonderful. But these people not talking about solutions. Not talking about solutions. Always thinking about. Then obviously 100 meetings also you are going to keep. What is the use? There should be a small solution must be there. Minimum. A small action related decisive action we require to take. Okay, if we are not going to take, then it will be the useless, right? Then this manager, what he decided is, by keeping meeting multiple times, is the waste. Next time, whenever someone brought a problem, they have to answer these 4 questions, then only come to the meeting. Whenever you are coming in the meeting, whenever you are talking about a problem, compulsory you have to answer these 4 things. Then only you require to talk about the problem. Okay, rule. What those 4 questions? Already our known things only. The first one, what is the problem? What is the problem? Anyone, can you please guess what is the second question? Respond. What is the problem? What is the second question?
What caused the problem?
What is the cause of the problem? What is the cause of the problem? What is the cause of the problem? Next, what are all possible solutions? All possible solutions. What are all possible solutions? Is the third one. Fourth one, what solution do you recommended? What solution do you recommended? So in the next meeting, whenever any person facing some problem, compulsory you require to work with these 4 questions also. Okay, like what is the problem? What the cause of that problem? What are various solutions are there? What is your recommended solution? This is the rule he passed. Because everyone talking about problem. No one talking about solution. It's always a bigger thing, right? When employees started preparing these answers before meetings, something happened in excellent way, friends. Something happened. What the thing is, many problems were solved before the meeting even started. Many problems were solved. Here, just observe. Many problems were solved. Many problems were solved before the meeting even started. Wonderful. Now, employee became a leader. Okay, remember that. Employee is not just like a follower. He will become a leader. Any problems were solved before the meeting even started. Everyone in the position to understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, friends. That's what
Yes, sir.
you should aware. So, don't worry. Suppose your wife is always telling, that problem is there, this problem is there. Tell clearly. Don't talk only problem. What is the cause? What possible solutions are there? What is your recommended solution? Then please let me know. Or your mother is telling, your father is telling, your brother is telling. Clearly indicate them. Don't tell only problems. Please keep these 4 points. Shall we discuss about these 4? If you are ready, please let me know. Whatever, that solution need not be optimal. If you want, you can later, you can correct that. But come up with solution. Because you are always complaining, you are always with the problem only, then you can't move single inch further. Your growth by default is going to be gone. Remember carefully. I hope everyone in the position to understand, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Clear thinking creates solutions. Okay. Next, there is another story from this book. We covered already this story. It's not a new thing. So 4 questions, better to keep in your mind. Anyone, can you please just spell out those 4 questions?
What is problem? What is the cause of problem? What are all possible solutions? Take one best solution and then take action.
Yes, recommended solution. And then start action. Then problems by default will be solved. Okay. Now, so there is another story from the book. Frank Betger. His name is Frank Betger. We discussed yesterday this problem. Okay. Frank Betger. Okay, this problem. So Frank was an insurance salesman, insurance person. I told right, whenever he analyzed the previous data, he identified that in the first meet only is closing many sales, like that story. Okay. Yet he was the insurance salesman. At one time, he felt very discouraged because he was working very hard but not getting enough sales. He was working very hard but not getting enough sales. He almost decided to quit his career. Instead of giving up, he decided to analyze the problem carefully. He studied his records and discovered something surprising. He analyzed his records. Okay, he discovered something surprising. So most of the sales happen during the first meeting with the customers. But he was wasting a lot of time making repeated visits that rarely resulted in sales. Okay, after follow up 10 times, sale is going to be happen. 10 times his time, his energy is going to be wasted, right? He identified that most of the sales are happen in the first meeting with the customers only. Okay, he identified the problem. He identified cause of the problem. Then immediately he made a simple decision. He stopped wasting time on unnecessary follow-ups and focused on meeting new customers. Soon his income increases. He became one of the most successful insurance salesmen in America. Okay, remember that. So sometimes the solution already exists in facts and the data. When we analyze the solution logically, improvement becomes easier. Clear analysis can transform failure into success. Okay, I told this story in the last session. So identify root cause, what causes this problem, find the solutions, best solution, and start solving your problem. Okay, next up, Amazon success story. Wonderful story. In early days of Amazon, Jeff Bezos faced many difficult problems. Yes, obviously. 7 years, no profits. Company is in full loss. Almost went to the bankrupt. Okay, Amazon. Now today, wow, one of the richest person in the world. Few days before, few years until first 7 years, that situation was the very worst. Everyone declared Amazon is the failure company. Bankrupt, very close to the bankrupt also. Okay, now, so what the company was growing fast, but operations were complicated. Okay, like instead of worrying about thousands of issues, Amazon leaders followed a clear method. Okay, they always asked, They always asked, yes, observe carefully. They always asked, okay, Amazon leaders always asked, what exactly the problem? What exactly the problem? The problem. Okay, what data proves it? What data proves it? What data proves it? What solutions can we try? What solutions can we try? Can we try? Okay. So every decision was based on data and analysis, not on emotional reaction. Not on emotional reaction. Because of this disciplined thinking system, Amazon, one of the largest and most successful companies in the world. Remember this one. So, successful organizations rely on facts and analysis. Emotional worry does not solve the problem. Logical thinking creates innovation and growth. Okay, wonderful, right? So, if you want to come out of any worry, simple steps. Identify the problem. Get the facts. Analyze the facts. What causes the problem? What causes the problem? And then define multiple possible solutions. Identify best solution. Start action. Then the problem is going to be solved. Without action, without doing this analysis, emotionally worrying, that problem, even after 100 years also, that problem still can exist. Okay. Can I go to the next step?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, there are 3 important questions, self-reflection questions you have to ask yourself. Now, here, just observe that when a problem appears, when a problem appears, do I clearly define the problem first? Do I clearly define the problem first? Okay, whenever a problem appears, am I defining clearly what exactly the problem is? Am I defining the problem? Okay, without without knowing the problem, problem first. Sometimes I start worrying without clearly understanding the problem. Starts worrying first. Whenever problem is coming, Hare, what is this problem? Complete information also without knowing. We start worrying. That should not be. That should not be. So if I write the problem clearly on the paper, then you will get much clarity. Okay, the second. Do I analyze real cause of the problem before reacting? Do I analyze the real cause of the problem? The real cause of the problem before reacting? Do I analyze real cause of the problem before reacting? Before reacting? Okay, like sometimes I react emotionally instead of understanding the real cause. Okay, without analyzing real cause, emotionally we are going to react, then may be a problem, friends. When I try to find the real cause, I understand the situation better, and my fear is going to reduce. So first analyze what is the problem and what is the cause, root cause of that problem. Next, do I take action after deciding the solution? After deciding the solution, do I take action after deciding the solution? This is the most important thing. That's it. If any problem is coming, friends, then automatically apply our 4 steps or 5 steps or 6 steps, whatever there. Try to fix that problem. Okay, these 3 questions you can ask. You can ask about yourself. Do I clearly define the problem first? No. We never wrote any problem on the paper up to today. Start writing on the paper. clearly define the problem. Okay. Find clearly what is the root cause of this problem. So meanwhile, postpone your worriness. So problem came. First thing, sorry, first thing what you require to do, postpone your worriness. Okay, worriness, postpone and start analyzing the problem. What is the problem? What is the root cause of this problem? Understand the problem clearly. What is the root cause? And then what are various solutions? Are they defined? So after this, then you can start worrying about that. Because at that time, worriness is not required. Remember carefully. So action tip also talks about the same. Action tip, whenever a worry appears, use this 4-question clarity exercise. Write the answers on paper. Write the answers on paper, pen. Okay, tree, of course. The first one, what is the problem? What is the problem? Of course, I'm writing the same thing only, but it is the action tip. What is the cause of the problem? What is the cause of the problem? What is the cause of the problem? The third one, what is the cause of the problem? What are the possible solutions? What are the possible solutions? What are the possible solutions? Next down, what solution will I implement today? What solution will I implement today? What solution will I implement today? This habit trains the mind to move from worry to clarity to action. What solution will I implement today? Okay, these 4 questions checklist if you are going to take, then any problem is not a problem. Remember this. Any problem is not a problem. You are not required to worry. You are not required to reduce your lifetime. Next, one wonderful quote I want to provide for you people, Durga Sir quote. This one highly recommended. Can you please take in the notes? Highly recommended. Durga Sir quote. Problems become heavy when they stay inside the mind. Problems become heavy when they stay inside the mind. When we write them clearly, and take action, they become opportunities for the growth. They become opportunities for your growth. What a wonderful tagline. What a wonderful statement. Friend, problem became opportunity. Only difference is from your mind to paper, if you can bring, the problem is no longer problem, it became an opportunity to you. Problems become heavy when they stay inside the mind. When we write clearly and take action, they become opportunities for your growth. Okay, next, affirmation. Everyone wrote this line? Everyone wrote this line in the notes?
Yes, sir.
What about remaining people? Class attend అవటమే చాలా ఎక్కువ సార్, ఇంకా రాయటం కూడానా ఇంకా?
No.
Are you writing right?
Yes, sir. Right.
Yeah, better to write. Wonderful statement. So don't keep anything in your brain, in your mind. Better to transfer to the paper. Then you will get much clarity. That paper also, don't take normal A4 size paper. Don't take normal A4 size paper. Usually, tomorrow I will show. I have, usually my habit is I will buy A3 sheets bundle. In my house today also bundle will be there. How much size? A3 sheets. A3 sheets. In Telugu, మనం మనం టావ్ అంటాం కదా, టావు తెలుగులో. వీఆర్ ఆల్వేస్ యూజింగ్ టావు మన టావు పెద్దది. ఓకే, A3 షీట్, A3 షీట్స్ బండిల్. I will buy a bundle. Then I will take 1 or 2 papers or 3 papers, 4 papers. Even today also almost one bundle is there in my house. Okay, not on small paper, big bundle. So write completely the problem. Remember. Okay, what is the affirmation? I will not allow confusion. I will not allow confusion to control my mind. I will not allow confusion to control my mind. I will understand. I will understand the problem. I will understand the problem. I will not allow confusion to control my mind. I will understand the problem. Think clearly. Think clearly, and take action with confidence. And take action with confidence. Wow. I will not allow confusion to control my mind. I will understand the problem. Think clearly and take action with confidence. Confusion, worriness should not control, okay, my mind and my body. I will always going to take action with confidence. I will think problem clearly. I will identify the root cause and I will think about solutions. I will find the best solution and I will take the action with confidence. Worriness should not be there in my body or in my brain, so that my lifetime I should not reduce. Okay, because I have to see my great son. Then only I will go to that event, right? Directly. Are getting my point?
The confidence will stay with us, then we can live happily.
Huh?
Daily motivation could say, I will stay 100 years, I will stay 100 years.
Obviously.
At least you can stay 90 years.
For 100 years only, 90 why, man?
Okay.
Okay, great son we have to see, right? Grandson, next level, next generation son. Great son only, correct, right? That word I heard from you people only. Huh? Correct, right? Mudimanvan emantaru? Great son only, right?
Yes.
We have to see great son.
Great grandson.
Great grandson.
Son.
Great grandson.
Great grandson. Huh? Okay, wonderful. Okay, great grandson I have to see. Then directly I will go to the Swargame.
My mother also saying before my son born, I need to see your son.
Correct.
Still he is there. You see, that's aspiration now.
That is the biggest. The reason for that is, okay, earlier multiple people, man. But anyway, the generations got changed. Late marriages. Next, family planning. Life not settlement. Okay, all these things makes us. But actually, no. 20, 22, 23 years, the marriage should be happen. Okay, for the gents I'm talking. 23, 24 years, marriage should be happen. 26, 27 years, 2 or 3 kids are ready. Next, until 40 years, we have to settle, we have to do our business, our growth, all those. 40 years onwards, we require to enjoy rest of the life.
But no, generation is different, sir. They will marry 34, 35 because
that
they
is the
need to
bigger
buy
problem.
home,
That is the
to
bigger
settle
problem. Yes.
First.
Okay.
Then only
But anyway, don't worry. Anyway, the people don't worry. If these criteria is going to be missed, we can't do anything. It was the history.
Yes.
Close the doors. Close the doors. Okay. Like, yeah, perfect. So I hope everyone in the position to understand clearly
Yes, sir.
about these concepts, right?
Yes, yes.
Any doubts? or any clarification is required from my side? Okay, so any problem is coming. Only two questions you can ask. Do you want to give some days in your life, or do you want to solve that problem? Simple question. If you want to give some days in your life, okay, start worrying about that without solving. No. Why I have to give my life, man? I want to see my great grandson. Why I have to give my life? Then start action, 4-step formula. Worriness should not enter in your brain. Worriness should not. For any problem solution will be there, believe me. For any problem solution will be there, believe me. Okay, that's it. This is what you should aware. Now, let me go for life skills with Durga Sir. Playlist. How to stop worrying and start living. How to analyze and solve the problem. Yeah, day number 5. Can you please confirm, is it visible, audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, friends? Yeah.
Visible.
Have a look one. Stop worrying, start living. The business blueprint. Transform emotional rumination into productive action with a structured problem solving process. Breaking the worry cycle. Worry is a result of confusion. Discussion versus definition. Spending of the day in worried discussions waste. Defining the actual problem clearly is this one. Problems becomes heavy when they stay inside your mind. Writing problems clearly transforms them from mental burdens into opportunities for growth. Remember that. Okay. What is the problem? What is the cause? What is the solution? Start action. Okay, like define the problem clearly. Identify the root cause. Identify the root cause. Root cause. Decide and act immediately. Decide and act immediately. Okay, like now listen.
Hello, friends. Have you ever felt like your mind is a big tangled ball of wool? You know, with all the worries and thoughts mixed up, and you don't know where to even start? Well, today we're going to learn a very simple, very sweet way to untangle those knots one by one. Ugh, that feeling? We all know it, right? When worries just keep going round and round in our heads, and it becomes so hard to think. It can feel very heavy, like a big fog. But the good news is, there is always a small thread we can pull to start making things clear. So, let's start with our first little part, a mind full of tangles. You see, before we can untangle something, we have to understand how the knots are made in the first place, isn't it? It's the first most important step. A worried mind, it's like a song that gets stuck in your head. It just plays the same thing again and again and again, and it makes you so tired, nah? But a clear mind, that's different. It feels like a beautiful, cool morning. Everything is light and calm, and you can see the road ahead so clearly. And it's not our fault. This is something that happens to all of us. We get stuck just thinking about the problem over and over. It's like walking in a thick fog. You just keep going in circles because you cannot see the path forward. But don't you worry, because now I am going to tell you a secret. It's a little 4-step magic trick to help clear away all that fog. It's very simple, and it brings so much hope and light. Are you ready? Okay. It's as easy as making a nice cup of chai. Really. First, step 1, write down the problem. Step 2, find the real cause. Step 3, think of all the solutions you can. And step 4, pick just one and start. See? So simple. You see, the real magic, it happens in that last step. The moment you take one small action, just one tiny little step, poof, the worry starts to become smaller and smaller. It really is that simple. Okay, friends, now for the fun part. Let's see how this little magic trick works in real life. I have some very simple stories for you. So imagine there are two students, Asha and Rahul. Both are a little scared of their maths exam. Asha keeps thinking, oh no, maths is too hard for me. I will fail for sure.
Can you please have a look once? What is about Asha's worry? Maths is too hard, avoids studying, worry grows bigger, problem seems bigger. But what about Rahul case? My marks are decreasing. This is the problem. What is the cause? Not practicing enough. Action. Practice 20 problems daily. Marks and confidence got improved.
Because she is so worried, she just avoids studying, and her worry gets bigger and bigger. But Rahul, he does something different. He sits down and writes, problem, my maths marks are decreasing. Then he finds the clause, I am not practicing enough. And finally, his action, I will practice 20 problems every day. And just like that, his confidence grows and his marks also get better. And this little trick, it's not just for school exams, you know. Even big successful people in big offices use it. Let me tell you about a manager. His name was Leon Shimkin. You see, Leon was getting very tired of long meetings where everyone only talked about problems but nobody did anything. So he made a new rule. He said, anyone who brings me a problem must first answer these 4 questions on a paper. And guess what happened? The meetings became so short, and many times people solved their own problems even before the meeting started. Isn't that clever? Now here's another story. There was this man, Frank Betcher. He was so sad and disappointed with his job that he was ready to quit. He was just about to give up. But then, right at the end, he thought, okay, let me just look at the facts one last time. And you will not believe what he found out. 70%. Yes, 70% of all his sales came from the very first meeting he had with his customers. He realized he was wasting so much time on follow-up meetings that were not working, so he just changed his plan and focused only on getting new first meetings, and his whole life changed, all because he looked at the facts clearly. So you see, this little trick works for students, for managers, for everyone, and it can work for you too. So come on, let's make a simple action plan just for you. DURGA Sir says this so beautifully. Problems become heavy when they stay inside the mind. It's like carrying a heavy school bag on your shoulders all day. It's tiring. But when we write them down and take action, they are no longer heavy. They become like little stepping stones that help us climb higher. So, what do you think? Are you ready to try this simple magic for yourself? I think you are. It's going to be so helpful. Okay, so here is your small, sweet action tip. Next time you feel that worry starting, just find a small piece of paper and a pen and gently ask yourself these 4 questions. 1. What is my real problem? 2. What is causing it? 3. What can I do about it? And 4, this is the most important one, what is the one small step I can take today? And before we go, let's all say this lovely thought together. This is our daily affirmation. I will understand the problem, think clearly, and take action with confidence. Remember, friends, small learning daily.
That's it, friends. I hope everyone in the position to understand. Okay? So, whenever the problem is coming, apply this 4-step formula. Then the problem by default will be solved. But don't pay your life, okay, your life instead of solving that problem. That's what you should aware.